When you think of undead wizards, or wizards that are known as the most powerful in their universe, you probably think of Voldemort. Well, you shouldn't. Voldemort is a chump, because everything he does is an epic fail. He's not even the most powerful wizard in the Harry Potter series, and his ambitions are small in scale. Vecna is the answer to all of this, but before I talk about Vecna too much, let me take Voldemort down a few pegs. Voldemort failed to kill a child over the course of 6 years, despite having the perfect opportunity each time he confronted him, either because of the power of love, or because this child outwitted him in a desperate moment. Harry always got the W. Makes for a good children's story, but as the books mature, Voldemort does not become more competent to make up for the change. And so he's always a failure. And moving on to power levels, we know that the top tier of powerful wizards starts with Merlin. But Merlin's dead, so that's a moot point. Second is Dumbledore, and then in third place is Voldemort. So we're supposed to be scared of the third most powerful wizard in the verse? I mean, by the end of the series, he's the most powerful living wizard, sure, but it doesn't really inspire fear. No one's afraid of a third-place Olympian. I can't even name a third-place Olympian. I bet most of us can't. First-place one comes really easily, though. Michael Phelps. There you go. Point proven. Voldemort is also a wizard supremacist that believes that only pureblood wizards should be able to learn and practice magic, which is hypocritical because he's not even a pureblood himself, and it's a super small scale goal. It deals with his backstory of his dad being a jerk to him. It ties into the real world, sure, and it makes sense why he wouldn't like muggles, but in my opinion, being a wizard racist is a little silly. Especially since Harry Potter is pureblood and Voldemort's trying to kill him. Wouldn't it make more sense if Voldemort was trying to turn Harry to his side, trying to make the point to Harry that he's superior even to him, instead of trying to outright kill him, because he should think that Harry is superior to him, right? Yeah, so Voldemort's ideology falls apart really easily, and I know that that's kind of the point, but it's still super weak sauce when you compare it to the Chad Vecna. It's a total no contest as to who the superior dark wizard is. Vecna succeeded at accomplishing his goals. He became the greatest wizard of this or any age. He became a lich. Then he became a god of dark magic, secrets, lies, and death. Vecna continues to pull people into his ranks that thirst for knowledge and get drunk on power. And Vecna's failures are few and far between, and when they do, they usually happen at great costs to the heroes. Take Vecna's banishment, for example. After he had ascended and returned to the prime material plane, after he bid his time for a while, the Circle of Eight attempted to banish Vecna. Who's the Circle of Eight? The 8 most powerful wizards of their time. Not all time, just their time, because Vecna is the most powerful wizard of all time. And they succeeded in banishing Vecna, which is a failure on his part, sure. But the cost? The lives of all 8 wizards in the Circle of 8. Vecna bitched out 8 wizards that are like 17th to 20th level, no problem. His body wasn't even destroyed in the battle. That's how easy it was for Vecna to kill them. And his banishment is only temporary, pretty much for as long as he wants. And again, Vecna just bides his time. He's not in a rush, unlike another dark wizard we all know. Vecna's ambition was to become the most powerful wizard ever. Done. Then to become a lich. Done. Then to become a lich god. Done. Vecna gets it done, and each time he accomplished a goal, he moved on to an even more radical one. This guy's almost unstoppable. That's what makes him way scarier in the grand scheme, I think. Especially because of his legacy. Even after thousands of years, his name is still in the common memory of the people, so much so that he has several monikers. Unlike Voldemort's singular, he who must not be named, Vecna has the Whispered One. So much better. You can't blame Rowling for that, though, because Vecna came first. He also has the Undying King, Lord of the Rotted Tower, the Archlich, the Maimed God, Master of the Spider Throne, and the Chained God. I mean, all of those are so much better than Voldemort's single pathetic nickname. And if these two were to get into a fight, I mean, come on. Vecna is a god. He would just call upon meteors and bury Voldemort with them like Madara Uchiha. What's that? I hear you saying the killing curse? Okay, Vecna has so many ways to counter a killing curse. I mean, he could just use counterspell. He could use a shield. Or he's a freaking god. He could just erase Voldemort's memory of how to use magic completely. No amount of Horcruxes is going to save Voldemort either. Vecna is a lich, so he understands how this kind of undeath works. He has his own Horcrux in the form of a phylactery, and so it would be much easier for him to hunt down Horcruxes than even Harry and the gang, because he's a god. It's just not even fair to compare these two, and I know that, but I feel like outside D&D, and even inside some people who play D&D, Vecna is kind of unknown. I felt like maybe just comparing him to Voldemort a little bit would be a good way of showing that Vecna is a character worthy of more study. Alright, I'll get off my soapbox now.